Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York. New York Times World News.
January 23rd, 5 o'clock America, New York. A New Zealand road trip. Wine, salmon and stunning views. A road trip on the country's South Island offered perfect wines, stunning views, intimate restaurants and the chance to make a pilgrimage to a salmon Shangri-La. Marlborough is New Zealand's most important wine region and a good start for a road trip through the country's South Island.
Washington Post World, January 23, 4:27 America, New York. Germany won't object to Poland sending Leopard tanks to Ukraine. Poland has said that it will ask Germany for permission to send its Leopard tanks to Ukraine.
BBC News World.
January 23, 3 o'clock America, New York. Razzie nominations. Marilyn Monroe biopic Blonde leads with 8. The biopic about Marilyn Monroe gets 8 nominations, while actor Tom Hanks gets 3.
New York Times World News.
January 23, 3 o'clock America, New York. China's mad dash into a strategic island nation breeds resentment. For years, Beijing has thrown its wealth and weight across the globe. But its experience in the Solomon Islands calls into question its approach to expanding its power. A street dance competition in Honiara's Chinatown, Solomon Islands.
BBC News World.
January 23, 2:55 America, New York. Ukraine war. Germany won't block export of its Leopard 2 tanks. The country has been under increasing international pressure to send its Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine.
Washington Post World, January 23, 2:21 America, New York. Overflow at China Dam sweeps away people. 2 dead, 7 missing. Torrents of water spilling over a river dam in central China have swept away several people at the start of the Lunar New Year holiday.
New York Times World News.
January 23, 2:14 America, New York. Gunman dies of self-inflicted gunshot after mass shooting in Monterey Park. The attack took place in a city just east of Los Angeles that earlier in the day had hosted a festival celebrating the eve of the Lunar New Year. Police officers on the scene after reports that multiple people had been shot along West Garvey Avenue in Monterey Park, Calif. Late Saturday.
BBC News World.
January 23, 1:34 America, New York. Pakistan power cut. Major cities without electricity after grid breakdown. It happened after power grids were turned on in the morning, the power minister said.
Time.
January 22, 23:14 America, New York. Representative Judy Chu on the mass shooting that shattered Lunar New Year joy in her hometown. Saturday's mass shooting at a Lunar New Year dance in Monterey Park, Calif. Struck close to home for Representative Judy Chu. The Democrat has lived in the city for 37 years, serving on the city council there followed by a 3-term stint as mayor in the early 2000s. World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
January 22, 22:53 America, New York. Latest U.S. mass shooting will spark calls for tighter gun control, but don't expect action anytime soon. It is immediately obvious that Monterey Park is unlike anywhere else in California. Flowers and heart balloons are left near the scene of a shooting that took place during a Chinese Lunar New Year celebration, in Monterey Park, California, U.S.
Mirror World News.
January 22, 22:32 America, New York. Mystery as fit and healthy Brit diving instructor found dead on Death Island. British diving instructor Neil Giblin was found dead in his bungalow in Koh Tao, Thailand on Wednesday after 2 female clients flagged that he had not turned up.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
January 22, 22:24 America, New York. Germany would not stand in the way if Poland decides to send tanks to Ukraine. Germany has said it would not object if Poland decides to send Leopard 2 battle tanks to Ukraine. Leopard 2 tank.
Fox World News.
January 22, 21:46 America, New York. Chinese military vessels and aircraft approach Taiwan space again, Defense Ministry says. Chinese military aircraft and vessels approached Taiwanese waters, continuing the People's Liberation Army's almost routine presence in the area.
The Washington Times Stories. Advocacy. January 22, 21:24 America, New York. Dems quick to blame hate crime in California shooting before suspect identified. Democratic lawmakers blamed ethnic bigotry as the motivation behind Saturday night's mass shooting at a Los Angeles dance club before authorities released information about the suspect. The Washington Times stories. Advocacy.
January 22, 2026 America, New York. Authorities identify suspect in mass shooting at Los Angeles area nightclub. Authorities identified the suspect in the mass shooting at a Los Angeles area nightclub at a Sunday night press conference.